So this video is going to be about all the things that you need to see while you're in Chattanooga. I went on 3 adventures and they were all worth experiencing, all in the same vicinity. So I was able to do it all in one day. Make sure you stick around to check it out. Hey, it is your girl Natasha Ifoma. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming. If you are back for another video, thank you so much for the support. We are going to start off with our first adventure in Chattanooga. We went to the Incline Railway. It was $15 for an adult, $7 for a child's ticket, and it is about a 10-minute ride up a 1-mile steep incline. Once you get up to the top, there are observation decks where you can take beautiful pictures of the scenery. There is some history and some visuals of the Incline Railway over the years. There is a gift shop. You can stuff your own animals. They had snacks. I can't really attest to the crowds because it was very, very cold and it was Christmas weekend, so I believe that it was emptier than it would usually be. This is a view from the front of the train. You definitely want to try to get in the front of the train, especially on the way back down. It was cool being on the back of the train on the way up because we were the first ones on the observation deck. By the way, they do have time tickets and they recommend that you order them online in advance, but I paid for them when I got to the ticket counter. All of this was in anticipation of taking the train back down, which the train did run every 20 minutes. Definitely a cool experience. This was a really simple adventure, but something that I would absolutely recommend. Parking was really simple, and I believe it was maybe $2 to park for the day or something like that. It really didn't take much time. I would say under an hour, and it was affordable. And the views are just priceless, memories that you can have forever. An absolute must-do while you're in Chattanooga. Next, we headed to Rock City Gardens, which is a trail that you take by yourself. The tickets were $17.95 for adults and $7.95 for a child's ticket. This is all in Lookout Mountain, Georgia, by the way. Although it is Chattanooga, the address is in Georgia because it is so close. Just wanted to mention that. Anyway, again, this is like a hiking trail, but it is not guided. There's really no way to get lost as you just follow the trail. It did take about an hour and a half to get through the entire trail. More beautiful scenery and views. As you can imagine, all the water was frozen. So this is definitely something that I would love to see in the warmer weathers. There were many information cards that had details on the founders and the different things that went on in the history of Rock City. It was during the holidays, so they did have an enchanted forest option. You do get to the point where you have an option of going across a swing-along bridge or a stone bridge. The swing-along bridge was actually closed because of the weather, because there could have been ice on the bridge. However, I don't know that I would have went across that swing-along bridge because it's no joke. So if I'm just being honest with myself, I would have opted for the stone bridge either way. Here was one of my favorite parts of Rock City. These are the views that you can see. Allegedly, you could see across 7 states from this point at Rock City, and this was according to Confederate and Union soldiers that wrote documents at the time of the Civil War. Apparently, there was a infamous war battle that took place here at Lookout Mountain. So whether or not you're actually looking at 7 different states across this view, I don't know, but I did find it to be a very, very cool part of the tour. So we would move on, and next you would see a cafe. I'm not sure if it was open, so I didn't purchase anything. I can't give you any information on that, but the tour continued. It's just a very scenic experience. You can see different rock formations and caves. Although it was really cold, the air was really fresh and crisp, so it was a beautiful sunny day. I must have missed the sign and wasn't paying attention because I'm not sure what these colorful glasses are exactly. The next stop in Rock City was Lover's Leap. So the story is that Lover's Leap was inhabited by Native Americans. There was a Chickasaw warrior and a Cherokee maiden who fell deeply in love despite the bitter feud between their tribes. They actually eloped, but they were followed by a war party, and the Chickasaw warrior was thrown from the top of Lover's Leap While everyone was absorbed in the tragedy, the Cherokee maiden decided that she would jump as well. Pretty cool story and an absolutely beautiful view. I only imagine what this view looks like when the water is not frozen. I would come back here just to see it. The remainder of the trail was more rock formations and colorful situations, more picture ops, of course. Fairyland Taverns was the next part of the exhibit. I wasn't really sure what it was about. There were a lot of like fairy tale settings. Although the colors were pretty, it was probably my least favorite part of Rock City. I just didn't get the whole fairy tale thing. I don't know, maybe I'm just not into it. I guess it would have helped if I read the history on this section of it, but I just didn't, and I just didn't get it. And I mean, the colors were pretty, so I'll show you that. But other than that, I don't know. The tour ended with Fairy Tale Gardens, and then of course you would find the gift shop. I was not interested in anything in here, so this was the end of Rock City Gardens for me. I would absolutely recommend anyone to come. It does not take much time, just a dope experience. The last experience in Chattanooga was Ruby Falls. This is going to be another trail-like cave experience. This one is with a guided tour. As soon as you walk into Ruby Falls, the gift shop is first. They have departing times of when your tour guide will take you on your cave tour. These tickets must be purchased online, but I did not purchase them until I got there just to make sure that I was on time for the tour that I wanted to be on. So it begins with a 30-second elevator experience. You're going deep down into the cave, and it's 260 feet deep. So this is supposed to be the tallest and deepest underground waterfall open to the public in the United States. The story of Ruby Falls is that it was accidentally founded by a husband who was super curious about where the cave would lead. He would not stop until he got into the end and discovered the waterfall. He then named it after his wife, Ruby. The whole tour is, again, about an hour and a half. There are parts of the cave that are very tight, so if you're interested in social distancing, that's something that you're not going to be able to do when you're in the elevator and at times when you're in the cave. I thought that it would be freezing cold in the cave, but it is always 60 degrees when you're down there. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. The tickets were $25 for adults and $14 for kids. They also have a lantern tour, which occurs after 9 p.m. at night. I believe it's between March and December, and you have to carry a lantern with you because it's very dark. I imagine that would be a pretty cool scene as well. That ticket is going to run you $40. I believe they have a zip line tour during certain seasons if you're interested in that. I really enjoyed my time at Ruby Falls. Overall, the view of this waterfall is going to absolutely be worth it. It is not justified in these videos or these photos. It is absolutely beautiful. They do give your group about 2 minutes to take pictures while you're in there. Once you're done with the waterfalls, there is a little bit more cave before you get back on the elevator to go back upstairs. These were the 3 highlight attractions for my trip to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I would say that all 3 activities were worth it, and all of them you should absolutely do while you're there. They're all affordable, they're all kid friendly, and they can be done at day or nighttime. I hope so much that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found some value in this video, and I hope that if you ever take a trip to Chattanooga, that you will keep this video in mind and share it. I do ask that you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and if you'd like to see more content, click the notifications. Thank you guys for coming. Talk soon.